God will never leave you or forsake you. Let that sink into your spirit for a moment. Don't just hear it as a phrase you've heard before. I want you to receive it. Feel the weight, the power, the truth of it deep down in your bones. This is not a fleeting, maybe it will happen idea. This is a foundational promise, a sacred covenant made with you for you. It was true yesterday. It is true in this very moment. It will be true tomorrow, no matter what that day brings. This promise is the anchor for your soul in choppy waters. It is a steady hand to hold when everything feels like it's slipping away. This promise is for the quiet, ordinary rooms of life. For the commute to work when your mind races. For the kitchen sink as you wash dishes and replay a painful conversation. For the long nights when sleep won't come and silence magnifies fear, doubt, regret. It is a constant, a truth that does not change when circumstances do. We so often think we must earn this presence. We tell ourselves we must be good enough. We tell ourselves we must be strong enough. We tell ourselves we must have it all together. But that is not how grace works. That is not how God's love operates. This promise isn't conditional. It doesn't say, I will be with you if you make all the right choices. It doesn't say, I will stick around as long as you don't mess up. No. It is absolute. It is for you in your strength. It is for you in your weakness. It is for you on your best days. Most especially, it is for you on your worst. It is a love that stays. Speak it aloud when you wake and just before sleep. Let it become the rhythm of your breath. Let it become the steady beat of your heart. God will never leave me or forsake me. Let this truth become more real than any fear that whispers otherwise. Let it be the lens through which you see your life. Let it be a source of strength you can draw from anytime, anywhere. It is yours to claim. You may feel profoundly alone right now. I see you. I know that feeling. It's a heavy, hollow ache that can settle deep in your chest. Life can be so loud and yet so isolating all at the same time. You can be in a crowded room and still feel invisible, like no one truly sees the real you. That feeling of loneliness is a real and valid human experience. It's the pain of a friendship that has drifted apart, leaving a silence where laughter used to be. It's the shock of a job loss that shakes your identity and your security to the core. It's the sting of a diagnosis that changes everything in an instant. This feeling of being unseen can make you question everything. Does anyone hear me? Does anyone care? You can pour your heart out and it feels like your words disappear into the air. In those moments, the world feels cold and indifferent. This is not a small thing. This is a deep soul ache, a need to be known and to belong that feels unmet. When it persists, it can color everything, a little grayer, a little harder, a little less hopeful. Think of it like a dense fog. It's thick, disorienting, and it makes it hard to see the path ahead. It feels like you are the only one in it. But the sun is still shining above that fog. The promise of God's presence is the sun. You may not feel it, but it has not gone away. It is still there, constant and true. Let me paint a simple picture for you. Think of a small child waking at night. Shadows stretch, the wind stirs, strange shapes move. Every creak sounds like a monster. The child's heart races. Fear takes over. They feel small and utterly alone. Then the door opens. A soft, warm light. A familiar presence. A steady hand pulls them close. Tension releases. The darkness remains, but now they are not alone. They feel safe. They feel seen. This is what God's promise feels like. God is the warm light at the doorway. God is that steady hand when we tremble with fear and when sorrow overwhelms. The promise is not about preventing nightfall, but light arriving in the midst of it. We look for thunder and lightning, a booming voice, but God more often shows up in the quiet. It's a whisper, not a shout, a door opening, not a wall breaking. Sometimes this divine promise can feel distant, a beautiful theory that doesn't connect with your reality. You may pray with all your heart and be met by silence. You read, "I am with you always," and wonder, is that for me right now in this? This doubt is not failure. It doesn't mean God has left. Doubt is human. It's part of the journey of faith, not the end of it. It's okay to have questions and to feel uncertain. You're a sailor on open sea, sun shining, waters calm, until a storm turns the sky dark. In fear, you lose direction and think the ship may tear apart, but the captain remains at the helm, knows the ship, knows the sea. God is your captain. In storms of doubt, look for small signs of grace, tiny threads that hold you together. These moments are love notes, threads of grace God weaves into your days, anchors of hope reminding you the captain is still steering, guiding you safely through the storm. There is a lie that many of us have come to believe, that we have to be perfect to be loved, fix ourselves, hide our flaws, present a polished version to the world and to God. We think we must heal our wounds to be worthy. That is simply not the truth. God's unending presence is not a reward for perfection. It is a gift meeting us in our beautiful, messy imperfection. God's love isn't waiting at the finish line. It runs the race alongside you. Think of kintsugi. When pottery breaks, it isn't discarded. It's repaired with gold. The cracks aren't hidden or disguised, and they're highlighted, illuminated. The breaks become the most beautiful part of a testament to history, journey, resilience. This is how God sees you. Your cracks are not disqualifiers, they are where the light gets in. Your failures, heartbreaks, insecurities, openings for grace to pour in. When the pain feels overwhelming and the promise feels far away, find one steady, simple prayer. It doesn't have to be long or eloquent, no fancy words needed. A short line you can hold like a lifeline. Help me. God be with me. Peace. Choose a phrase that unlocks space for grace. This is not performance. It is orienting your heart toward hope. Carry it with you. Say it when you wake, before your feet touch the floor, and let it ground you. Whisper it on the bus, in your car, in a long line, before hard conversations, and at bedtime. A repeated prayer acts like an anchor when anxiety or sorrow swells. It turns your heart back toward God. It rings a bell for your soul, calling you from fear to promise. You shift focus from the size of the problem to the steadfastness of the promise. A sacred rhythm in chaos. It keeps you remembering, you are with me. Remember, this great promise that God will never leave you or forsake you is not a magical incantation. It doesn't mean hurts vanish or life is storm-free. Challenges are real, pain happens, hearts break. This promise is not an exemption from the human condition. What it is far more powerful. An absolute assurance. You will never face the storms alone. A constant, steady, loving presence beside you, within you, holding you. Strength when you have none. Resilience to rise. Courage to take the next right step even when you can't see it all. A wellspring of hope and a quiet whisper. Keep going. I've got you. It may not change circumstances, but it will change the ground you stand on. If your heart is heavy, place your hand over your heart. Breathe in grace, breathe out fear. Say, God will never leave me. God will never forsake me. Let those words be a balm, a touchstone you can carry. When you feel weak, lean on this promise. When you feel lost, let it be your North Star. And when you are joyful, let it be your song of thanks. May this eternal truth bring you a quiet and profound peace. May it steady your heart and calm your mind. And may you walk forward into the rest of your day, truly knowing that you are never, ever alone. Rest in that promise today. God will never leave you or forsake you.